Hey, what's up, everybody? New to YouTube, at least somewhat new. I'm gonna try posting a little bit more videos and stuff like that. But a little background about me: I'm Keith Mintz. I'm certified in life coaching, metaphysics, CBT. So that's where kind of my background is for the last 5 years. Still studying metaphysics. Actually, gonna get my divine light energy healing certificate soon. Been doing that for 2 years. Studying metaphysics for about 4.5 years since I was 18. I'm like 23 and a half. Um, Anyways, in today's video, I'm going to basically research the top questions, the biggest questions in life that people have asked, the most common ones, and I'm going to do my best to answer and give my perspective on it. So let's go ahead and do that and see what I think. Okay, so the first question is, what is reality? So in my perspective, and I'm going to share the link of where I'm getting these questions down below so you can check them out yourself and see the source. But reality is obviously there's two perspectives about it. People say we create our own reality. So yes, it's perspective. So the reality that we live in is how we see it and how we view everything. It does become our reality. But the reality is what it is. So basically, if you look at a car, for example, we see it as a car. We've created a perception of reality where it's a Lamborghini, it's a Toyota, it's a car that we drive. But the reality is it's a piece of metal that man has created for the reason of quicker and easier transportation, right? So it's more like the reality is the definition of what things really are, the purpose behind everything, the reason of its for everything's existence, and the purpose that is kind of impacting the better towards the future. So it's like really the reality of things. But of course, like in our perception, the reality is how we perceive things. So that becomes our reality. So that's what I'd say reality is. In concepts, obviously there's so many questions within reality. Well, how does this universe work? What is this place? What is Earth? All that stuff like that. But specifically answering that question, what is reality? There's those two ways to look at it. The other question is, what is life? So here we go. We're going into basically what is reality, right? Life, again, this question is so vague. I don't know why it's so vague, but from this website, as it says, what is life? Life is like a box of chocolates. I'm just kidding. You never know what you're going to get. But although that's true, no, life is, let me think about that one. Because there's so many perceptions of that, that's obviously it's not as simple as I'm just gonna put the mic closer, but life is what it is. It's again, it's almost the same question as what is reality. It all comes down to perception. And but in the spiritual sense, in the metaphysical perspective of it, life is a lesson we come on this earth, on this physical realm, to live up to our whole potential. And obviously, there's so much that goes into that to make sense of that. But, to briefly explain, we're here to reach our whole potential and then serve others with that. That's the purpose and the goal of being a physical human being. But why are we here in the first place? Why does a physical universe even exist? To briefly explain, I'll go into more detail that and maybe in another video. If you guys think I should, just comment down below based off my answer. So basically, if you think about life and take away everything that physically exists, from what we see, this is what we know. Everything physical seems to age, right? We can see that, we watch it, it changes, it forms into something else. It's evolution, right? Everything physical is constantly in motion, which means that technically everything has a beginning physically. Everything physical has a beginning. So if we were to take away everything that physically exists, go back to its beginning, what is the only thing that is eternal? Time and energy. Time being the idea that we're constantly moving forward in motion, energy being non-destructible or created, which also means that the past, present, future all exist at the same time. So as time, this idea of constantly moving forward, moved forward and, exchange in motion, the idea and the concept of all things physical, everything that exists today was already in concept at some point. but it is formed into more of what it is. So whether energy at the beginning of time and energy from whatever code was created in the back end, just like a video game, you don't see the graphics and the perception of the game to control it and everything, until the game launches, right? So you could say that the Big Bang was the launch of life's game, and whatever coding and programming behind that, developed to a certain point where it had some kind of MVP, a minimum viable product. I'm just relaying this to business. The concept of something small, the bare bones, the bare function of the universe, whether it was gas, whether it was something as whatever physical, something that whatever however small it was, anything that was physical was basically the beginning. And so from there, evolving forward, whatever it's billions of years, millions of years in motion, life has been created. The life we know has been created. So what is life is everything has to exist. And meaning that time and energy is constantly, as it moves forward, as energy evolves, it's building power. We're evolving in power as a whole. That's just the nature of life, the nature of time, the nature of energy that we're constantly gaining as we move forward. Just like money is being invested into whole, it's building, it's compounding as it moves forward. As a snowball falls down a mountain, rolls down a mountain, it gets bigger. So as time moves forward, we evolve, we gain more power. And where is life going? I'm kind of going off script here, but that leads to the next question. Where is life going? Where is that snowball going to end up rolling to? Because is life going to be over once it hits the bottom of the mountain? No, time and energy is eternal. So what's the point? Well, it's again, like it goes down the same concept. It's constantly evolving. It's constantly moving forward. So what's the point of physical life? Well, physical life, in this place, we're able to perceive and have all these five senses, which is what we use to make decisions. And when we make decisions, we learn from our mistakes and we evolve, we grow, we apply that knowledge towards a better future. So what we're doing is creating energy. By being physical, we are evolving a specific, areas of energy. As well, so many people, it's a huge puzzle of trillions of pieces being put together. And we're putting those pieces together as we live this physical life. And as we're doing that, where we're moving towards is a place of bliss, paradise, peace. The whole point is the energy, when it comes down to it, its roots is divine qualities: love, compassion, motivation, divine wisdom, intelligence, at base peace. So their life has its basically it's the divine qualities is the foundation of evolution. And as a human being, our goal is to master those divine qualities through lessons, through our experiences in life. The things that we learn is moving towards applying and gaining and evolving consciously in those divine qualities, to master love and compassion through every experience, to, no matter how bad it might be, to remove the ego, remove selfishness, to overcome it. I wouldn't say remove it. We all have it and it has its purpose. That's for another video. But it is to overcome, to rule our thoughts, our words, our actions as a whole. And when we do that, we evolve in these divine qualities consciously. So we're able to basically, apply love and compassion in, for example, love and compassion through times and experiences that usually would make us feel in fear, afraid, or our boundaries or our egos are stepped on, and still be able to love and be compassionate towards others, even if harm is done to us. So those are like, the whole point is, we're, as a human being, we are energy, our soul's energy. That's another video, how our bodies work energetically and how we're energetically connected to everything as a whole, the universe, all is one, right? But the things we do is connected to the universe as a whole. So like, doing our part to evolve consciously, to overcome hate through love and experience and stuff like that, is part of evolving as a whole, and evolving power, the power of the universe as a whole. So, that's kind of where it's going. At the end of the day, yeah, everything is eternal. We're constantly moving forward, just constantly growing in power. And that's just the concept of life. That's why past, present, future all exist at the same time, because there's no beginning, no end, right? So it could be scary to think about, being the thought that, well, it's like we're stuck, where there's no end. We're constantly moving forward. Earth is constantly going to be spinning. There is a place of eternal bliss, and it is what it is, just being. And life is just a layer. It's physical life is a phase. It's a game. It's just the beginning. There's so much more. It's like, if you look at the universe like this, where it's like the internet, you have the internet and what you see, or a game, you're playing a game, you see what's on the game, but what you don't see is the dark web, the internet that's 5 times bigger, the black web, the coding behind the game, how much code there really is that's functioning, that little piece of it, the little piece that we live in, called Earth, called physical realm. It's so small compared to the rest of the 7 planes, and the seven, astral planes, all that stuff, and all the other 3 realms of existence, the astral realm, and the we're in the astral realm, but the spiritual theory, a kingdom of light, things like that. There's so much that the world doesn't know and is yet to learn, and it's not for everybody to learn that yet. It's not always needed, and how you apply it depends. You're only learning what you're learning because that's what you're learning to apply, in your life, in your path, in your destined path. Those are the things you're learning, what you're needing to learn in order to apply to your path, to your destiny, because you as an energy, as a soul, is meant to fulfill whatever it is that is on your path currently. Right. So, for me, whatever it is, for these teachings, to learn these things, and teach it to the people that are ready to learn it, so they can apply it to their life, being where they are in their life. Because, it also comes down to that concept of, we didn't necessarily choose to be born, choose to, they say, yes, we chose our soul, we chose our parents. Technically, yes, we did, but not consciously. It's not like in life we're choosing between red and blue, yes or no. It's not the same. This is the path that we're meant to follow. So we're born into this life. Willpower is just the concept of choosing to be in alignment with the divine or turn away from it. Choose your ego versus the divine, and it's light. And that's what we're learning to do, to rule our thoughts, or words, or actions, so we could be in alignment with the divine. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the next questions. That was a long answer. The next one is, do we have free will? Okay. And, I might just post these questions into separate videos. Do we have free will? These are the questions I will go in other videos, so stay subscribed, stay tuned. I'm going to answer, do we have free will? I'm going to go into what free will is, how that works. Is the universe deterministic? What is consciousness? That's a great one. Will we ever have a theory of everything? That's another great one. I think we explained a little bit of it. What happens after you die? What we'll go into, and I'm talking about the details of actually what happens after you die, soul wise, what things happen based off what we know has already happened, that people, the experiences that people have had, and how it works from a metaphysical perspective, what they teach, and it makes sense. So I'll make sense of it. But what comes after Homo sapiens? And yeah, I'm going to answer these questions. So stay tuned. I'm going to have these videos out maybe once a week, and stay subscribed. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like my answers, I'd love to hear your guys' perspective. I'm even open to having a video chat, a video call, if we want to collaborate on a video together, talking about these topics, conversation. I have a podcast, The Merging Minds, you could follow on a YouTube channel, All Is One. I'll put that link in the description as well. So allisonemovement.com, you can check out everything there. It's the same logo, same brand of my hat, All Is One. The concept there, obviously, bring people together physically and spiritually, bring people together, because we're all one. But I love to hear from you guys. So comment down below if you get a chance. I'm probably not gonna get a lot of views on this video because it's like the first YouTube video that I'm posting, right? But help me out, help me grow it. Let's expand our consciousness together, grow together. So like this video, share it. That would be much appreciated. And thanks for watching.